Hi everyone and welcome. This is Jane Day from Webinize, and in this video I'm going to give you an overview of the Facebook Ads Manager and then also the Power Editor, and just show you how to set up a simple campaign, because I find a lot of my clients get really confused just going in there and knowing where to start with everything. So hopefully this will help you get started as well. I'm going to flick over to the Ads Manager and show you directly on there how you can set up your campaigns. So you can click on the Ads Manager in the left hand side menu when you are on Facebook on your profile, or you can go to facebook.com/ads, which is ADS/manager. So I'll click over there now and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are in the Ads Manager. Now you've got this little menu setting at the top up here. If you click on that, this will highlight all the different sections you can go to. So we'll just hover over the All Tools here, and then if you go across you can see you've got access to everything here. Now if you haven't ran any ads before, you will need to set up your billing and payment methods first, which is over there under Settings. You've got your audiences. You can access all the images that you've used for ads, or if you want to upload them there to use in the future, you can do that there, or you can actually upload your images when you are creating your ads. Pixels is where you'll find all the information for the pixels for you to put onto your website, so you can track your conversions and so you can create audiences from your website visitors. You've got all your reporting here. You can set up any custom conversions. So we use custom conversions for things like, say you're running an ad for an opt-in, you can create a custom conversion for anyone that actually does opt in. So you would select the URL for the page that people land on after they have actually submitted their email address to you. And I'll run through that a little bit more in a minute. And then we've got the different options here, so you can click here to click across to your Power Editor, which we'll also do in a minute, and your audience insights. So if you want to look into a bit more about audiences and get a bit more of an idea of who you could be targeting with your ads, you can do that there in the insights. So let's just go back here for a second to custom conversions. I'll show you how to create one. So obviously first of all you have to have the pixel installed on your website. Once you've got that done, you can say for example you know the exact URL that people go to after they've opted in for something that you're for an email opt-in that you're running with your Facebook ads. You can paste the URL in there, choose a category. Now it doesn't really matter which category you do choose, but for an email opt-in you would choose lead, and then just click on next. And after you click on next, that will take you through where you can enter a name for your custom conversion, and then just click on create, and then that is all done for you there. Now just going back here, now it doesn't always have to be for an email opt-in obviously either. You might be running ads to try and sell a particular product. So if that was the case, to create a custom conversion for an actual purchase, you would put the URL in here that people land on after they have actually made payment for the product. So you want to make sure that you're tracking it absolute correctly so that you're getting the correct figures. So once people have completed the actual goal that you want them to do, you want to be tracking that next URL after that. So just make sure that you do have the correct URL in there. So that's your custom conversions. Just to go back to the pixels. Okay, so you want to view your pixel code, and then that is the actual pixel code that you will have to insert on your website. Now that goes on every page of your website, the exact same pixel code. So it's normally uploaded into your theme, and it has to go between the head tags of your website code. So if you're unsure how to do that, your website developer should be able to do it for you. Or there is a WordPress plugin that you can use if your website is on the WordPress platform, and that's easy for you to install and then put the pixel code in there. But preferably I like to install it straight into your coding for your website, just to limit the amount of plugins you do have on your website. So if you don't know how to do that and you need to email that code to somebody, there is an option down the bottom there to email that code to someone else for them to install it for you. Now in this pixel section as well, you do have access to create an audience. So say for an example, you're wanting to create an audience to target with your Facebook ads of anyone that's visited your website in the last 30 days. This is where you can actually do it here. Now you can choose your entire website to create an audience from. You can choose people who just visit specific web pages. You can choose people that are viewing some web pages and not others, or people who haven't visited in a certain amount of time, or you can do a custom combination of any of those. So just depending on who you want to target, how you want to target, and the goal of your actual ad campaign, it would depend on what you set up there. But you can have multiple audiences, so once you've created one, you can come back in here and create another one as well. Okay, so that's a quick rundown of the Ads Manager. Now I want to flick over to the Power Editor and show you the Power Editor. So the Power Editor is where we create all our ads. Now you can do it here in the Ads Manager, but your options are limited and it is a lot easier to use Power Editor. So I like to jump straight to Power Editor and teach people how to use that straight away, and rather than going to the Ads Manager first and then learning the Power Editor. So that's what I'm going to do with you today, show you how to use the Power Editor to create your ads. Now if this is your first time creating ads, the ads are set up in 3 categories, if you like. So we've got campaigns at the top level, and then we've got ad sets under your campaigns, and then you've got ads under your ad sets. So just so you have an idea of what those 3 different categories are. So campaigns are set up, and normally you have one goal per campaign. So going back to our original example, say we're going to set up a Facebook ad campaign to get opt-ins, to get people in on our email list. So our campaign objective will be for those conversions, for those opt-ins. Then your ad sets under that campaign. Ad sets is where you set up all your targeting options, so geographically wise, age, gender, and then interests all come into the ad sets section. Then under your ad sets with the ads is where all our creative is, so where we set up our image, our text that's going to show on our ads and things like that. So let's flick over there now and we'll go through and set one all up. Okay, so we're now here in the Power Editor. If you haven't used Power Editor before, you may be prompted to just install it, so just follow the prompts. And to use Power Editor, you need to be using Chrome as your internet browser, so just be aware of that as well. So once we're there, click on Create Campaign, and then just enter in your new campaign name. So let's just say test for this one. In our objective section, we need to say what the objective of our ad is going to be. So if you're just wanting people to click through to your website and, for example, read a blog post, you would choose clicks to website. So just go through and choose the objective for your ads. So in this one, we're going to use website conversions, and we're going to set up an ad as if we're getting opt-ins on a landing page. So then choosing an ad set, name your ad set. Now I like to name the ad set on who I'm targeting, just so I can see at a glance which ad set is which. So I might say, for example, I want to target people interested in small business. This isn't generally what I do, but I'm just using it as our example. And then down further we click on the create new ad. Just move that down. Okay, and then for example, I normally like to say something like add one, image one, so I know what ad I'm testing at a time. and then just click on create. Okay, and then that flicks us open onto the campaign section. So you can click on edit at the top to open that little box again and edit anything you have there, but that's all as we want, so that's fine. Then if you click on the campaign name here, that will take us through to the ad set. Okay, so if we click on edit here at the top again, this will open up our ad set and give us all our options to edit down here. So here you would choose the conversion event that you've already set up in your custom conversions of what you're wanting to drive the conversions to for this particular ad set. You can put your budget in here to anything you like. I like to start off small at around $10 per day to test them until I make sure they're working correctly. And then just scrolling down, sorry, back up here, you can actually set a scheduled start time. So if you're wanting to upload the ads and you're not wanting them to start until a little bit later, you can change the date there, and you can also set an end date and time as well for your ads if you want to. Okay, and then down here in the audience section, we want to choose who we want to be targeting. So you can select complete countries, you can or set it closer into regions or things like that. Okay, and scrolling down, you can choose your gender, the age of the people that you want to target. So get really specific here on exactly who you know your ideal audience is and who you're wanting to draw into your ads. And then here we do our detailed targeting. So I said in my name that we're targeting people interested in small business. So this is a standard interest. You can also target here people that are interested in actual certain Facebook pages. So for example, Marie Forleo, that would show the ad to everyone interested in Marie Forleo. So go through and just select the audience that you know is going to be interested in what you are offering with your ads. Okay, and then scrolling down further. Now if you didn't want to do the targeting here, but you say you wanted to target people who already like your Facebook page, you can target those people here. So just select that and then just select your page from the drop down list. You can also choose to target people, friends of people who like your page, or you can exclude people who like your page from actually seeing your ads. And then there's the other different options there if you want to go through and explore those as well. Then scrolling down further, you have your placement options here. So you can automatically give Facebook the option to place your ads wherever you like, which I don't like to do. I like to choose my own. Okay, and then you go through and have ticked here where you actually want your ad to be shown on Facebook. So you can choose mobile newsfeed, Instagram, audience network, desktop newsfeed, or desktop right column. Now when I'm doing Instagram ads, I do like to do them in a completely separate ad set because you're better off using a square image for your Instagram ads, and it is a different size for your Facebook ads. So Facebook ad image is 1200 by 628 pixels. So if you are wanting to do Instagram, I highly recommend that you do that in a separate ad set on its own. Generally, I find what works best is the news feed, so desktop news feed and mobile news feed. Now you can certainly test the right column as well for your audience and see how it works for you, but that is just generally what I've found. But all audiences are different, so you could have a different outcome with that. And then scrolling down, I normally leave these other options the same as they are defaulted. And then I'll just show you back up here, when you've selected your audience, over here on the right hand side, it gives you how many people potentially you are going to reach with your ads. So I like to generally have this anywhere between around 20,000 at the minimum up to about 1 million. Any more than 1 million, you'd probably find that you aren't targeted enough with your audience, so try and bring that down a little bit. And then if you are wanting to reach other people, then you can do that in another ad set. But each ad set I like to have at around 1 million at the most and 20,000 at the least. So what I could do in this one to reduce that back down is take off US. Okay, and that's brought that back down. So if I wanted to do US targeting as well, I would then just do that in a new ad set. And then that's all done. You just click on your little pencil icon to take that back across. Okay, so once you're finishing edited the ad set, then click on the ad set name and it will take us down to the actual ad, and we're going to edit the ad now and add in all the creative. So just click on edit there, and then scrolling down you choose your page name from the drop down list. Okay, so I've chosen my page, and then scrolling down. Now for creating your ad here, you can either use an existing post that you already have on your page as your ad, so you just click on the little arrow here and you can choose one of the posts you've previously posted already on your page, or you can create a new ad from scratch. And this is what I'm going to show you how to do today. So you select your image. Now you can click on upload image and drag and drop an image here that you have on your computer, or if you've run ads in the past you can choose an image from there. Then you choose the URL that you're wanting to send your ads to. So it would normally be your landing page. So if we're running ads for an opt-in, you would have your actual landing page URL there. Scrolling down, now your display URL is what automatically pops up here. So at the moment I've got webinise.com.au, but you can change that to be whatever you like. Okay, and once it's had a little time to update, you'll get the new wording there. So some people like to use a call to action there, some people highlight what it is they're offering, or you can just simply leave it as your website name, what comes up there. So it's entirely up to you, and obviously test different options to see what works and what gets you the better results with your ads. Now your text here is what shows up above your image at the top. Okay, now in the Power Editor there is no limit to the amount of text you can use there, so you can go for it. Now once again, you've probably seen on Facebook there is ads that have a few lines in the text area, and then there's ads that have multiple paragraphs. Now there's different ideas as to what works best. Honestly, in my opinion, it does depend, and you just have to test it, because every time you run an ad it may be completely different. So this time around a shorter version of text may work, and then next time it might be a longer version. So set up 2 ads here and test both options just to see what gives you the better price for your conversions. Your headline is what shows up here underneath your image. Okay, so you see that's changed there now. And then your newsfeed link description is what shows up underneath your headline. Now it defaults to what your settings that you have already got on the page that you've put up here, but you just can type in your new options here. Okay, and you have about 3 lines there, so I could add in more there if I wanted to. Okay, and then scrolling down, we've got the option here to include a button on our ad. So this shows up underneath to the right of the image, and we could say something like download if we were asking people to opt into something that they were going to get to opt into. Okay, and then you'll see over here to the right, it gives us a display of exactly what the ad's going to look like. So this is our download button here. And that's pretty much it. Once you've set up the one ad, what you can do is then duplicate it to then create a second one that's similar, so you can test a few different options. So at the top up here, we've got the little plus duplicate icon that we can click on, and we can say keep same campaign, and that creates a second ad, a copy of the first one we originally done. So where I said before we might want to test different text samples, so a longer version and a shorter version, we can keep typing in a longer version in here with, you know, multiple paragraphs to create a second ad to test that. So when you're testing different options in your Facebook ads, you only want to test one thing at a time. So you only want to make one change. So in this example, I'd keep everything else the same, my image, my headline, and just create a longer version of my text. Run them both at the same time, see what ones gets the better cost per conversion, and then turn off the one that's costing more, and then create a second test from that first one that is a better option, and then in that second test you might want to change something like the image to test which image then works the best. Okay, so once you've got all that set up, your campaign, your ad set and your ads, all you need to do is go up here to the top right of your screen, click on review changes, and what will that will do, that will actually upload all those ads that we've just done into the ads manager. They'll be set to get reviewed, and then once they're approved, they'll then go live on Facebook, unless you have actually set your date to start sometime in the future. If that's the case, they will then just be scheduled to go live exactly when you've nominated to. Now if you find you've gone in here, you've set up a new campaign and everything, and you don't like what you've done and you don't want to upload it to Facebook, you just click on discard changes, and everything would be deleted and it wouldn't go any further. Now every time you come back into your Power Editor, it is populated automatically with all the up-to-date information that is within your ads manager. So in the past we used to have to upload and download into Power Editor. We don't have to do that anymore. All we have to do is review changes to send your ads to Facebook. Otherwise everything else is always up to date in here. Now one thing I would like to go back to, where I mentioned before you can duplicate your ads, you can also duplicate your ad sets, which comes in very handy. So we set up one with the targeting of small business. Say we wanted to target another category with the same ads. All we do is click on duplicate here, say keep same campaign, and then that duplicates our entire ad set. So when it does that, it duplicates all the targeting information in the ad set, but what it also does is it also duplicates the ads, so that the ads that we had set up under the previous ad set are also created again under this new ad set. So it's a quick and easy way of duplicating everything and just changing a few small things each time you want to. So with the new one that I've created, we might edit that and then just go in, for example, and just change the targeting here to something else. Say for example we wanted to target people that are interested in Forbes, and then that's easily done and all set up ready to go as well. So just remember, every time you create something new in Power Editor, you do have to go back up again and click on the review changes button at the top right of your screen. Okay, so there you have it, a quick overview of the Facebook Ads Manager and the Power Editor, so you can get going and stop making excuses and start creating those Facebook ads. I get tremendous results for Facebook ad campaigns for my own business, as well as the many clients that I manage campaigns for. So I highly recommend that you go in there and start having a little bit of a play and creating those ads and seeing what sort of results you get for your own business. A few things that I would suggest that you be very mindful of, first of all, is your targeting. Make sure that you're really narrowing it down and getting in front of exactly the right people that you want to attract into your marketing efforts. And then once you have your ads up and running, go into your reporting section every day and check on the results and see how they're going. Ads do get stale after a while, so you might find that they're getting great results to begin with, but then they might start to cost you more over time. So you want to be keeping a very close eye on them, and when that does happen, you want to be going in there and changing them so that you're getting the best possible return for your ad spend all the time. Make sure you've got your conversion pixels in place and you are monitoring those exact results, not just looking at your clicks through to your website, but actually the physical things that you're getting from your ad spend. Start off small with your ad spend. As I mentioned before, start off at $10 a day and then increase that over time if you are getting good results and if it is within your budget to increase your budget. Now, when I say start off small, that's starting off small per ad set. So if you did want to spend more than $10 per day to start off with, you can do that, just put it on different ad sets. But I would still suggest that you start off relatively small in that respect as well, just so you can test to make sure your ad creative is working, your images are correct on your ads, and also that your landing page is converting well. So once your ads are up and running, if you're finding that the ads are costing you more than you would like, go into your reporting options and see how many people are clicking through from your ad through to your landing page. If you're finding you're getting a lot of click-throughs but not many conversions, that is obviously a sign that there's an issue either with your targeting, so the wrong people are seeing your ads, or you haven't got the congruency from your ads through to your landing page, or you're not giving the right message on your landing page and that's not converting well. So you need to just look at all the different steps of the process and work out exactly what it is you need to change to get those conversion costs down low. But generally I find if you're getting a lot of clicks through to your landing page but no one's opting in, the first thing I'd be doing is making changes on your landing page. So I hope that's been really helpful. If you would like any further information on Facebook advertising, I'm here to help, so feel free to shoot me through a message. Otherwise, I'll be in touch soon. Thank you very much.